Hey everyone, look at the screen, look at the screen. I know it's kind of hard because I was looking at that shirt. That shirt is it's in total violation of any fashion statement, but I get it. He's trying to match the shoes. That's right, this dusty fool was able to match those shoes in that horrible extra shirt. Shout out to Bougie Auntie, who sent me this, girl. Happy you're still here. Wow, Dusties. You can't communicate with them. I just did a video this morning and I was saying sometimes when people go to different areas or sometimes just being around a variety of people, you can see some people are not worth communicating with. That's why some people, they may pass by some person or see a person, no interaction. They don't even look their way because they want to avoid situations like this. Dusties are known to become unhinged. A simple request. So let's check it. It's so embarrassing. And ladies, all I can say, if you have a dusty like this, Dustina, that'll be a separate video for the men. But if you have a dusty like this, it's time to collect the keys from anything that's dusty, like this fool on the screen. I'm telling you, this is so embarrassing. Don't forget, what did Nelson Mandela say about the children, about the community? You can tell the soul of a community by how they treat the children. So check it. A simple request goes left with the dusty on deck. Check it out. Fair use. Here we go.
PD is looking for a man they say threatened a father and his young daughter on the subway. Police released video of the incident. They say this man was smoking marijuana on a southbound D train earlier this month in the Bronx when a rider asked him to stop smoking. Police say the suspect yelled at him and his 4-year-old daughter, spit on them, then threatened them with a knife. The victims got off the train at the Fordham Road station while the suspect stayed on.
Wow.
NYPD is looking for a man they say threatened a father and...
Real quick, I want you to check how he's so quick to get violent and reach into his bag and get that little piece of knife he got.
This man was smoking marijuana on a southbound D train earlier this month in the Bronx when a rider asked him to stop smoking. Police say the suspect yelled at him and his 4-year-old daughter, spit on them, then threatened them with a knife. The victims got off the train at the Fordham Road station while the
he spat on him. What did they do to warrant you with your probably hazard, disease, nasty saliva, spitting on someone? That's considered assault in most states. I don't know about New York. He spit on him and then pulled out his old probably granddaddy knife, or probably a knife he got from his mammy's house. Honestly and truly. What warranted, I know he's not intelligent. What would warrant him? And you can see somebody's there with the camera recording it. And then God forbid they're trying to attack black manhood. Nobody has to attack it. These fools ruin black manhood for themselves. They don't need any help from anybody else. They do a good job. The Dusties do. So intelligent black man, this right here, I hate to tell you this here. This is one of your arch enemies right here. Because especially if you live in the BC, this is your arch enemy. He's setting the dangerous narrative. You can't keep up with the dust. You can't. I don't care all kind of degrees you want for the few that are building for the community and not for Becky and her daddy. You can't keep up with this dust. An empty wagon make a lot of noise. See, dust is real loud. Always doing something. Always doing something. Wealth whispers. Money talks. Wealth whispers. Guess what? Poverty and dust are loud. Look at this behavior. And I really can't see up front. I'm going to guess this fool maybe like 20s or 30s in that crazy looking shirt with the shoes on. This is how you behave. The world is watching. This is how you behave. And you wonder why no one's coming to invest in you. You wonder why. And this is also a reason, I hate to say it, for gentrification. No kidding. It takes the dust to really screw the neighborhood up. You can say, oh, but the women, they got all these kids. And yep, and the women with all these kids that got left with them, they sure as heck didn't get pregnant by themselves, but they're raising the kids by themselves. Make that make sense. Sure, women have a responsibility too, you bet. But I don't want to hear this lame excuse. Oh, well, it's these women. That's mighty funny. They sure are left raising these kids by themselves, but somehow a dust bucket had to show up somewhere to put this little poverty seed here. And just imagine, to me, it'd be worse to even think, what, he's a father, somebody's baby daddy. This thing right here on the screen, spitting on someone. And all the man did was ask him to what? Stop smoking marijuana. His child is there. Dusties bring drama. Dusties bring trauma. So now the little girl she can go to school and say, well, hey, honey, how was your day today? Well, we were on the train and this black man, he was smoking marijuana, and dad asked him to stop smoking marijuana, and he spat at us and pulled a knife on us. I'm more than likely they're not dealing with dust every day. Imagine what our children have to deal with. The kids in the BC, imagine with what they have to deal with. Pulling a knife on them, spitting on them, that's the salt, and pulling a knife on them. Dusties, the world is watching. The world is watching. This right here, I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet money on it. This is the seed, definitely the seed of ignorance. This is the seed of poverty D. The seed of poverty D. This is what they do. Spit on someone. Pull a knife out. And so why you pull that knife out? This Dusty here, I think he's also a weakling. He's also a bully. And the man sitting there, of course, I would safe to say maybe has some kind of assets. Dusty has nothing to lose. And plus, he also can tell that this man, by the presentation of the man, maybe by the appearance, I'm going to go ahead and just say maybe it's possible. He already knows a man is not a dust bucket or a street character like himself. So he already knows this man here is not about to more than likely going to act a fool like him. So that also gives the dust bucket all to go. Now let it be one of those little street thuns that's quick with it, that can whip that behind. Oh man, my bad. I'm sorry. But see the mentality? When they see that someone is not violent and of low degree like they are, they really will act up because they already know, oh, he probably not gonna box up real quick. Get one of those little street guys. Don't get one that's fresh out and has nowhere to stay but the halfway house or his mama house. Get one of those and roll up on the street. He's not gonna really do that. But he saw that man and he's like, oh, this is probably not a thug like me. Oh, he ain't about them streets like me. He's not impoverished and stupid like I am. This is my chance to go hood, command my respect. And you think to tell me he probably can't see a person recording unless they've been discreet? No, he wants this kind of action, this activity. Yeah, it pissed me off, man. This right here gets some what they call street cred, or just basically just ignorance. So a lot of times when they see people that don't like them, that's their motion to really get it going. Sure, what I'm made of, I ain't having that shit, man. This is what they do. This is what they do. They are an embarrassment to the world. They're to the community. They're an embarrassment to all the hardworking people. And this is why Biden already told you, when you hear about some reparations, he went way around to the immigrants. They are hardworking, and he gave them all kind of props. Now, never mind, our foreparents have too. Let's not get it twisted. And yes, in my opinion, reparations are old. Hell to the yeah. Let's do a reverse thing and see if you like it. Let's see if you like it. That was in the past. Let me tell you something real quick about that. Land doesn't die. and neither does money. It only exchanges hands. So all that land, it's been, I can look on my mother's side. A lot of them look biracial. I was, let's see, maybe late teens, 19. They owned a whole bunch of land, and it was cotton fields. That land was passed down by my great grandfather, which, I've seen pictures. My great grandmother name was Emma, tall African woman. And back in those times, of course, they couldn't get like legally married. The picture I saw was like in the 1920s or something, and they were on on this vehicle, and it's a tall African American woman, well, African woman, and he was a white male. And so that's what his father gave him when he took up with my great grandmother. Like I said, it wasn't like an official marriage, but they lived like that and had children, I guess, jump the broom kind of thing. That land is passed down. Look how long ago that was. The picture I saw was like in the 1920s. It's 2021. And the land is still there on that side of the family. Cotton fields. That's how I know cotton sticks. I've seen what the family's on that side. It's like, what? All this is a family, da, 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 da. Really own all neighborhoods. Land. So land doesn't die. Heck, I'm here. Look how long that's been. Land doesn't die. Money doesn't die. Wealth doesn't die. It exchanges hands. That's what it does. And the same thing, unfortunately, ladies, that's why I was trying to tell you to avoid that poverty dick can make your life sick. Poverty not necessarily doesn't, I mean, I think you can kill it out, but you think about it. You keep going into the same directory, keep doing poverty D, it continues out. That spirit will not, it'll go somewhere. The thing is, I think to get it away from you, don't let it come to you, ward it off like a plague. But this man here, I'm sure he's making his family proud, but guess what? That doesn't resonate with them because it's probably a family of dust. But the world is watching. The world is watching. And this is what he had to display. Besides that shirt, I mean, that shirt is really killing me right now. I'm so sorry. But the world is watching. And this is what he gave the world to see that day of Black manhood. Anyway, Bougie Auntie, stay safe, darling. Thanks for sending me this. I saw it, and it's just so embarrassing. So feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. I'm out. Please, ladies, stay dust free. And if you haven't by now, might be the good time for you to strategize to do what? Collect your key. Bye.